Hello and welcome to Zov Talks Photography. Today we are speaking to you about Canon 550d, also known as the T2i photography techniques. So if you're new to photography or if this camera is something you've looked at online, you may see it's quite a good option to start with. It's a fairly old camera. However, I've got a separate video playlist about this camera and what can be done with it and if it's worth buying in this current day and age. But you'll see that from my perspective. Right now I'm actually filming with this camera, the 550D, with a 24 to 70 2.8 lens. And if you're interested in using older cameras and to see what the limitations are, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you get notifications coming directly to you so you can see these new videos as they come out. I'm a big believer in using old cameras to get good, reasonable photos and video. So let's get on to today's topic. Canon 550D photography techniques. I've made this specific to the Canon 550D. However, most cameras, not even DSLRs, but most cameras, you can use these techniques. So I'll start with something more camera specific and then move on to the techniques and let you know what you can do with cameras and photos in general, really. So depending on what type of photos you're taking, so for example, you may be traveling. First technique I'll give you is shooting through objects. So for example, if you're walking through a city and you see alleyways or sometimes subways, you can actually use them to picture and frame what you're going to be taking a photo of. So for example, if you're going past a subway and you see at the other end someone's actually walking past, that's a good opportunity to frame that with a dark subway, but the light at the end of that subway is illuminating anybody going past. So it's kind of using that scenario in the same way if you got gates or other large buildings, or I think there's a few different things you can play about here, but basically use them as surround and then you're shooting through that to get your object. It adds an extra element to your photo. So that's one technique you can use. Apart from that, there's other options. So for example, you can add motion into your photos. So that's a photography technique whereby you're capturing motion in a picture. It can be quite difficult to show, but if you've got basic camera skills and if you've been using a camera for long enough, you'll understand shutter speed and how that affects the image's ability to show sharp versus blurry photos. By blurry, I mean more motion. So, for example, in that previous example, we showed a car where it was going by with it in motion, but we froze it and showed lines where it was blurring out the background, so it's actually in motion yet still. So that gives a perspective on motion. So that's something you can look at as another photography technique. Use simple lighting. That's another one. So if you're in outdoor scenario and it's quite dark, if you've got a flashlight or an LED light, play with the colors. Sometimes those tend to be blue, and if you're on a street, that light tends to be tungsten light. So you've got like different varying temperatures of light. That's another technique that gives you good perspective and different photos to everybody else. So that's an option there. There's a few there. Also, if you're doing night photography, explore long exposures. So things like taking photos of the stars or even trailing lights. So if actually cars are going past. Um, so these are all techniques that you can do in a Canon 550D because it lets you shoot in different modes, and you can select portrait mode, for example, for pictures, and then you can skip to a manual mode or a TV mode whereby you can adjust some settings but not everything and leave some as automatic. You can even take monochrome, so black and white photos. That's another technique that you can play with, which you can use in later life depending on what you're taking photos of. If you have got any additions to the camera, a flash would be an interesting one to play with because you can capture a lot more and show more detail in photos. Especially if you have more light, you can get more detail from your shot. So that's an option. However, on the flip side, if you don't have a flash in a good lit area, find a shady spot, and that will give you really good options as well. And you can play with your camera settings and see how that affects your photo. So there's a few little things there where I'll talk about the techniques, but it's more finding your ability and using your talent to get photos which are different to everybody else. So things like motion blur is a good one. So adding motion to your photos, but having something still in the photo. So that's a few different things. Monochromatic color photography. So it gets you playing with editing. So rather than black and white, maybe have red and white or gray and use those two colors. There's a few different things with that. Depending on your lens and your capabilities, you can also look up macro photography, where you take in really close-up photos. A long exposure of water or rivers makes it very interesting, and especially now with Instagram and more social media photos, you can play about with forced perspective photography. So where you're, for example, closer to the lens or you're far away, and you're playing with the size versus perspective. So you've got loads of those where people would lie on the pavement and take a picture from above, and it makes it look like they're climbing. So that's what I mean by perspective. uh, Panoramic photography. So you can stitch a few photos together if you're more into landscape photography and use that to get a really nice shot. Cities are really good. So traffic lights and trails, you're trying to get a long exposure, but at the same time, a wide shot, a panoramic. Mobile phones tend to be good with that as well. So you don't even have to have a DSLR. uh, Painting with light. So if you've got something bright, even your mobile phone, you can set your camera and your lens to a long exposure and then move your light in front of it to create interesting pictures. So all these things are techniques, and you're basically improving your capability of taking photos. So look at this more as an idea for photography, because not everybody has things they can take photos of, or they don't get the ability to take photos of professional things, but there's nothing stopping you to make your own photos. So silhouettes, so for example, using shadows and vintage photography. Even if you have old lenses, you can get adapters for them. You get a different feel for the camera and the photo, that is. Look at if you have rivers or water reflection photography using mirrors. So that's all interesting things, and it increases your photography vocabulary. If I even said that properly. But yeah, zoom and blur effects, so whereby you're taking a photo and zooming at the same time, if you've got a zoom lens, that is. So there's all these techniques that you can play with, and because the Canon 550 is an old camera, it actually gives you the capability to adjust everything individually with different lenses. So that's why I'm pairing these techniques with the Canon 550. So that gives you some more ideas of playing with your camera, playing with your settings, the modes on the camera. You've got all sorts of modes, the macro mode. You've got the little running man for moving photography, which isn't really moving, but you know what I mean. You've got the little head, which is the portrait mode, and you can play with these in different scenarios and see how those modes help you, especially if you're a beginner. You can slowly get into getting onto a full manual mode and playing with all the settings. So that will give you a nice overview about photography techniques, and I'll put a link to a video that will be interesting as well, so you can check that out. And on the left is what YouTube thinks you should be watching, and on the right is that Canon 550D playlist, which will give you more details about how to make the most of your Canon 550 camera.